Oh boy, do we have some hockey to talk about today, my friends. The Detroit Red Wings have finally done it. For the first time in 4 games, the Detroit Red Wings have officially won. And it comes off the back of a Dylan Larkin hat trick. Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Montreal Canadiens, 2 teams tied for the 2nd and 3rd place in the Atlantic in the standings heading into this contest. They are squaring down in one of the craziest, most rambunctious, most rowdy games of the season. The Montreal Canadiens taking a late 2-1 lead. And Cole Caufield scoring his 50th goal of the season. A Lebu for the 50th time of the year. Cole Caufield, ladies and gentlemen, that goal, the first 50th goal by a Canadiens player on a season in 36 years. I'm gonna be honest, the Lightning and Canadiens game, this was technically more exciting because it's 2-1, it was super close, there were some late-minute goals, and there were a lot of fists flying. But the Detroit Red Wings game was definitely more important. If we're being real, Montreal and Tampa, they're probably going to play off against each other in the playoffs if it stays like this, if they stay number 2 and number 3 in the Atlantic Division. So if today's game is setting up the inevitable first-round series between these two, then oh boy, we are going to get some crazy playoff hockey. Josh Anderson, you got to stay in the lineup, man. He's got to be in there. Gallagher, get this guy back in here too. They need his tenacity, his aggression. In fact, we're already going over it here. Let's talk about Montreal and Tampa Bay, because it was a low-scoring affair, but a high-event game from an on-ice entertainment point of view. We got 3 goals to talk about. That's it. Cole Caufield scored his 50th goal of the season, short-handed, assisted by Nick Suzuki and Juraj Slafkovsky. Slaf gets the puck up to Suzuki in the neutral zone with a nice little backhand behind-the-back pass. Suzuki goes into the offensive zone and then throws it on the wing for Caufield, who streaks down and fires it far side, defeating Andrei Vasilevsky and getting his 50th goal of the season. Cole Caufield is the 7th Montreal Canadiens 50-goal scorer ever. Guy Lafleur had 6 50-goal seasons. Stéphane Richer had 2. Everybody else who had a 50-goal season for the Montreal Canadiens only had 1. We're talking about Bernie Geoffrion. We're talking about Steve Shutt. Maurice Richard only had 1 50-goal season. The gosh darn goal trophy is named after him. Although we understand that he did it when the games played throughout the course of the year were a lot fewer, so it's not his fault. Either way, Cole Caufield is a legend in the making with his 50 goals of the year, and it's good enough to put the Canadiens up 1-0. And it stayed 1-0 for the majority of this hockey game, up until 2 minutes left in the 3rd period. The goaltender went off to the bench. You have the Lightning cycling it around. The pressure was amping up here. Some chances go into the corner. Montreal gets caught behind the goal line. Kucherov gets it out in front, and Darren Raddysh breaks the shutout for Jakub Dobeš, gets the Lightning up on the board with 1:51 to go. But just 50-something seconds after that, you talk about Cole Caufield getting his 50th? Well, let's set up some other milestones. Nick Suzuki, with his 70th assist of the year, sets up Juraj Slafkovsky with 1 minute to go in the 3rd period. Slaf with an amazing cut in front of the goal. Nick Suzuki finds him. It's a quick bing-bang-boom play, and Slafkovsky settles the puck, shoots the puck. He's on his back. He's lying down on the ice as he celebrates. It's a 2-1 Canadiens lead, and that is all she wrote as Montreal takes the dub in this one. 50th goal of the season for Caufield, 30th for Slafkovsky. However, we cannot escape this game without talking about the physicality, particularly in the 2nd period. I'm just going to read down the names of guys that got penalties in the 2nd and how many minutes they got. Josh Anderson got 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Corey Perry, 2 minutes. Struble, 2 minutes. Veleno, 2 minutes. Daou, 2 minutes. Nick Paul, Shirelli, Bjorkstrand, 2 minutes. Jaden Struble and Nick Paul, 10 minutes. Declan Carlisle, 2 minutes. Anderson, 5 minutes. Carlisle, 5 minutes. Carlisle, 10 minutes. Raddysh, 2 minutes. Dexier, 2 minutes. Point, 2 minutes. Raddysh, 2 minutes. Evans, 2 minutes. Jake Evans, 10 minutes. Raddysh, 10 minutes. Texier, 10 minutes. Daou, 10 minutes. That was just in the second period. Oh my goodness. Fisticuffs were going. Josh Anderson stepping up to the plate, battling down, taking down his man. Braden Point ran into Jakub Dobesh. Evans and Raddysh were going after him. Daou and Texier going off too. Although Texier never got a chance to take off his gloves, this was a heated game. And Martin St. Louis was yelling like crazy at the referee afterwards. Oh my goodness. What a crazy game that was. All I'm waiting for is for that playoff series to begin. If it is Tampa-Montreal, a rematch of 2021, then hopefully every game is as exciting as the one that we had seen today. Now, we understand Caufield can't get 50 goals every single game, but still, from the fisticuffs to the actual goals and the significance of these milestones, obviously this was a crazy entertaining game. And with that, let's shift over to the other game on tap that I wanted to talk about, the Red Wings and the Flyers. It is Dylan Larkin getting himself a hat trick. 2 American dudes featuring as top-tier goal scorers and their milestones being marked in this video here. The Red Wings got off to a nice early lead off of an Alex DeBrincat backhander on the power play. That's his 40th goal of the season. He roofs it upstairs on the Philadelphia goalie in tight. And he looks really happy to score that goal. Finally, he's got 40. He hasn't done that since his Chicago days. Quickly tying it up, though, it's Christian Dvorak. He makes it 1-1 with the tip-in out in front, assisted by Porter Martone, who already has his 4th NHL assist on this play. My goodness, this guy is going out there like a superstar already. He just started playing NHL hockey a few weeks ago. And then in the second period, the Red Wings strike on a bunch of special team plays. Moritz Seider gets a power play marker 32 seconds in. Dylan Larkin gets a power play marker just a minute and 20 seconds after that. And then Dylan Larkin again ends up getting a shorthanded goal, assisted by Albert Johansson. 2 great plays by Larkin here. First on the power play for his first of the year. It's assisted by Patty Kane. Larkin, he's at the goal mouth. He receives the pass beside the net, and then he just walks right out in front. Quickly, in one motion, buries it behind the Philly goaltender. And then that shorthanded goal just a few minutes later, he comes in on a mini breakaway. Tyson Forrester can't steal the puck from him. Larkin with a nice little windmill to his left before firing it by. You could see he was so hyped up after that goal went in. The Red Wings at this point have a 4-1 lead partway through the second period. Give it a few minutes, and this is where Porter Martone then scores his 2nd NHL goal. This one also on the man advantage. He ends up getting a pass out onto the side back door. It's a great feed, and he does what he needs to do. Traps it, then scores it. In the third period, though, the Red Wings do continue their goal scoring. Patrick Kane, assisted by Simon Edvinsson, makes it 5-1. Thank goodness Patty Kane can score points, because goodness, if he wasn't scoring points, then I don't think a lot of people would really see any value of having him on the team. But he's so good at positioning and getting in the right spots, he gets the backdoor feed from Edvinsson. And then 4 minutes after that, it's Dylan Larkin gathering the sweet pass from Moritz Seider and sniping it from distance on Philadelphia's netminder. How do you do, Samuel Ersson? Dylan Larkin just buried it, and the hats come flying. You could see so much joy on the Red Wings' faces. The fans in the building got themselves a show. Sure, Luke Glendening got a last-second goal with a really interesting little tip out in front. 6-3 Detroit. But still, the Red Wings take a much-needed 2 points from a team that is in a playoff spot. The Red Wings are now 3 points back of the Senators for the last wildcard spot. Do they have a chance to make it? I'd say yes, but it's very, very slim. It's not looking all too likely anymore, but still, wins like this are obviously good for the ego. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Firstly, about Cole Caufield's 50th goal of the season in this crazy Lightning game, and how do you feel about Dylan Larkin's hat trick propelling the Red Wings to a 6-3 victory over the Flyers? Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on, and bye.